Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for this new automotive analysis. For years, Tesla was the brand the entire auto industry wanted to catch. The one that made electric cars desirable, fast, technological, almost cool. Before Tesla, EVs were often expensive little cars, very ugly, with the range of a tired vacuum cleaner. After Tesla, Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen, Ford, GM, and Toyota suddenly discovered an intense passion for batteries. But today, the biggest threat to Tesla no longer comes from Detroit, Wolfsburg, or Stuttgart. It comes from Shenzhen. It is called BYD. And BYD is no longer the Chinese Tesla. That era is over. Today, BYD makes its own batteries, sells electric cars, sells plug-in hybrids, cuts prices, goes on the offensive in Europe, and forces Tesla to prove that its dream of AI and robotaxis is really worth more than cars sold in massive volumes. Tesla sells a vision: software, autonomy, robotaxis, artificial intelligence. BYD sells an industrial reality: volume, low costs, a wide lineup, in-house batteries, aggressive pricing. Tesla wants to be the Apple of electric cars. BYD wants to become the Chinese Toyota of the electric age, and this battle goes far beyond two logos on a hood. Tesla has achieved something massive. The Model S changed the image of electric cars. The Model 3 democratized the product. The Model Y became a global phenomenon. Tesla built a strong brand, a powerful charging network, a real software lead, and for a long time, margins that traditional automakers could only dream of. But the problem is that Tesla's lineup is starting to feel less fresh. The Model 3 has been updated, the Model Y remains crucial, but the heart of the lineup is still built around the same silhouettes. The Cybertruck is spectacular, yes, but also very divisive. The Model S and Model X have become more marginal. And while Tesla talks about robotaxis, AI and humanoid robots, BYD keeps launching cars. More cars. Always more cars. It is less sexy than a robot folding laundry, but in the car business, selling cars is still pretty useful. BYD, on the other hand, has one massive strength: batteries. Originally, BYD came from that world. And in electric cars, whoever controls the battery controls a major part of the war. The brand controls a key part of its value chain, which allows it to be very aggressive on costs. BYD has also understood something Tesla refuses to accept. Not every customer is ready to move straight to 100% electric. That is why BYD sells huge numbers of vehicles with different powertrains in China. Pure EVs, but also plug-in hybrids. Tesla is purer. BYD is more pragmatic. And in real life, pragmatism often sells more cars than ideology. The numbers show the shift clearly. In 2025, Tesla delivered around 1.64 million vehicles. That is huge. But BYD surpassed 4.6 million vehicles by combining electric vehicles and plug-in hybrids. Even in pure EVs, BYD is now at Tesla's level, and sometimes ahead depending on the period and the market. This is no longer a friendly little challenger with an exotic logo. This is a giant. That said, BYD is not walking on water. The price war in China is painful. Profits have been under pressure, and the first quarter of 2026 showed that selling a lot does not necessarily mean making a lot of money. That is the trap of volume. You can become huge, but less profitable. A beautiful strategy unless the goal was also to make money. That small, annoying detail investors always end up noticing. Tesla has the opposite problem. It sells fewer vehicles than BYD overall, but it still has enormous brand power and a valuation tied to its technological potential. The market does not value Tesla as a simple automaker. It values Tesla as a company built around AI, autonomy, energy, and therefore the future. Except at some point, that promise has to become real. Wall Street loves dreams, but customers also look at the price. And this is where the BYD miracle needs some nuance. When you only look at volume, it can look like a perfect machine. Millions of cars sold, aggressive prices, in-house batteries, international expansion, and a lineup growing everywhere. On paper, it is beautiful, almost too clean. And in the auto industry, when something looks too clean, there is usually a factory, 3 squeeze suppliers, and a sweating Excel spreadsheet behind it. We have to be careful. You cannot state as a fact that BYD cooks its books. That has not been publicly and solidly proven. However, its profitability should be read with more caution than a simple triumphant sales press release. First, there is the supplier issue. Several investigations have pointed to very harsh payment practices in the Chinese auto industry. BYD has notably been scrutinized for its internal system of bills or payment notes, which allowed it to push part of the financial pressure onto its suppliers. In other words, on paper, the automaker shows an impressive machine. In real life, part of that performance also rests on a supply chain waiting a long time to get paid. This is not exactly the fairy tale of the electric revolution. It is more of an industrial story where everyone applauds the growth, except the one waiting for the money. Then there are subsidies. BYD did not grow in a neutral market with the same rules as everyone else. China massively supported its electric industry for years: public aid, industrial policy, financing, local support, batteries, factories, exports. Officially, BYD says its strength mainly comes from industrial efficiency, vertical integration, and technology. And that is partly true. But pretending the Chinese state played no role would be frankly naive. That is also why Europe reacted with countervailing duties on electric cars made in China. Brussels believes some forms of support create a distortion of competition. So yes, the BYD miracle exists. But it is not just the romantic story of a company that is smarter than the others. It is also the story of an automaker pushed by a powerful Chinese industrial ecosystem, one that squeezes costs, puts pressure on suppliers, and then arrives with cheap cars that may not be so economically natural after all. Tesla's strategy is built on one clear bet: the car is only one step. The real future would be robotaxis, software, autonomy, and the ecosystem. If Tesla succeeds with that bet, BYD can sell more cars without necessarily winning the battle of value. A car sold once is not the same business model as an autonomous fleet capable of generating continuous revenue. But if the robotaxi takes too long, or if full self-driving remains limited by regulators, Tesla becomes mostly an automaker again, with an aging lineup, prices to defend, and very aggressive Chinese competition. There is a difference between "we are an AI company" and "we need to sell Model Ys cheaper to maintain volume." The first sentence sends the stock up. The second one makes the CFO sweat. BYD is moving differently. It is developing driver assistance systems, fast charging platforms, premium models with Denza, ultra-luxury cars with Yangwang, and international expansion. In Europe, BYD is starting to gain ground. In the United States, it is more complicated because Trump's policies and tariffs largely protect the American market. But while Americans block Chinese cars, the rest of the world tests them, compares them, and sometimes buys them. And for European automakers, this is genuinely worrying. BYD is not only threatening Tesla, BYD is also threatening Volkswagen, Renault, Peugeot, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, and everyone trying to sell electric cars while still making money. When a Chinese brand arrives with a well-equipped car, a solid battery, and an aggressive price, everyone has to react. And often, reacting means lowering prices, so margins shrink, so the pain begins. The battle between Tesla and BYD is not just a sales race. It is a clash between two visions of automotive power. Tesla is betting on brand, software, AI, and the future. BYD is betting on the factory, the battery, volume, price, and the full industrial power of China. Tesla still has an incredible aura, but BYD has something more brutal: an industrial force capable of making everyone rethink their prices, margins, and strategy. Tesla sells the future. BYD sells the present. And right now, the present is starting to cost everyone a lot of money. So the real question is no longer just who sells the most electric cars. The real question is, 5 years from now, will the global boss of electric cars be Tesla with its bet on AI and robotaxis, or BYD with its factories, batteries, aggressive prices, and the full industrial weight of China behind it? We have reached the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content and want to support the channel, a like would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching until the end, and see you very soon for more analysis.